What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back in another mock draft Monday. Today we're drafting from the 105 half-point PPR typical league format. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section down below. I'll respond as always. Values should be coming out later in this week. Running back rankings, wide receiver rankings already out on the channel. League winners coming out very soon. That's always a fan favorite, so stick around for that. Okay, so my draft started Chase, Bijan, Jefferson, Gibbs, which is an interesting start to me. One thing, if you guys are interested in PPR drafts, we just put two of those out recently. I would probably take Saqoun Barkley here, it being a half-point PPR draft. I would say if it was PPR, I would probably go with CeeDee Lamb. But we're going to go ahead and pull the trigger on Barkley here. All right, let's take a look at the board. So we see how the draft goes after that. A little bit of wide receiver run. Okay. Apologies for the yawn, early morning, but we're getting this draft in. We're getting juiced. All right, I'm going to go with Josh Jacobs here. He is the last tier of running back to me. I do like T. Higgins, some of these guys, but there's a pretty big drop-off after Jacobs to me, at least in the reliability factor. Okay, JSN still out there, Tyreek, Garrett Wilson, all very interesting players to me. But 305, 29 overall, I'm going to go out there and take Josh Allen because I've always wanted to see how a team would turn out, taking Josh Allen in the third round. And he's here. He's a number one quarterback. He scored basically 24 points a game when you factor in, last week he started one snap in week 17 to keep his streak going. But it's been an absolute stud for fantasy football for the last 4 years. And we started a quarterback run, 5 QBs right off the board before my next pick. And we're going to go ahead and add Mike Evans to the squad after we check out the draft board. I just like the reliability of Evans as my wide receiver one, considering I've got 2 RB1s, and then you've got a QB1 and RB1 all rolled into one in Josh Allen. Yeah, so let's take the pass catcher. Let's take Mike Evans, the absolute stud receiver. And now, okay, David Montgomery's out there. He is the last of a certain tier to me, which makes it very interesting. You know what? Let's pull the trigger on David Montgomery just to see how it goes. Obviously taking a lot of running backs in this draft, but I am a fan of him. And so now we've got 3 stud running backs. We got our stud wide receiver. Basically, it's a wide receiver weak team, and we got to see if we can figure out how to add some studs to this. So we'll go ahead and take Pickens here. I think the passing volume is going to be very high this year in Dallas with that defense and then a lack of a running game. So now you got 2 starting wide receivers, and I basically just need to shotgun this team the rest of the way there. It's continuing to stack them. I will take Jerry Jeudy here. He had 1,200 yards last year, 6th in the league in receiving yards. He's going in the wide receiver 30s. I just think it's worth the risk at this point in the drafts. He doesn't have the same quarterback situation, but again, got him picked in the 7th round. I think he's worth the upside. I'm going to go ahead and select Cam Scatabo here. And then we're going to take... Puka is very interesting to me. I already thought I have Mike Evans, which doesn't make me would love to take him again. But let's go ahead and take Michael Pittman. He could get a ton of targets on this team. He should get a ton of targets on this team. We see him left for dead 2 seasons ago in drafts. And then he came out and greatly outproduced those rankings. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on him there. Give me Tucker Kraft. I love his tight end profile. Broke a ton of tackles last year. It's a weapon with the ball in his hands. And with that depth chart around him, I really do think he's going to be primed to perform for this Packers offense. Just want to show some of you guys the board so you can see everything that's going on. All right. Let's get another few picks in here. And I'm going to go ahead and take Matthew Golden here. Love the upside of him. Made Sauce look pretty tough last week. Oh, and Keon Coleman came back around. Is that right? Yes, I will take Keon Coleman. I love the upside of these young wide receivers. I've been able to stack recently. Yeah, I really like those last few picks to round out the draft. I'll take Jalen Wright. The upside on him, to me, is very high. Assuming something happens to Devonta. So let's take a look at the team. We've got Josh Allen, Saqoun, Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Mike Evans, George Pickens, Tucker Kraft, David Montgomery, Jerry Jeudy, Tom Scadapo, Michael Pittman Jr., Matthew Golden, Keon Coleman, and Jalen Wright. We went RB heavy on this team for sure, and then we were able to get some even solid pass catchers, in my opinion. Maybe not the most depth, but I think Jerry Jeudy on the bench, Michael Pittman, Matthew Golden, Keon Coleman. I've got the odds of one of those guys turning into a contributor as a pass catcher, which gives me some depth, and I really like the upside of the rest of this team. I did not mind taking Josh Allen in round 3 whatsoever. He's an absolute stud. He'll give me a difference maker at that position, which is great to have. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. See you guys next time.